Alright, what's up YouTube? It's AJ Watt back to you guys with my top figures of 2016 that I have collected. The figures that you see right now are not on the list, but they are honorable mentions. We have the Build-A-Figure Ant-Man, the Build-A-Figure Juggernaut, the Ancient Warrior Predator, the Grid Alien from the Toys R Us 2-pack with the Celtic Warrior Predator, the Marvel Legends Black Panther, Iron Man, and Deadpool, and then the NECA Ghost Predator, and the SH Figure Arts Son Goku Battle Damaged uh, Fight Against Frieza, whatever it's called. And we have the Marvel Legends 12-inch Spider-Man based off the Pizza Spider-Man. Love all these figures, but they did not make my top 10 list. So let's go ahead and get into my favorite figures of 2016. Alright guys, so at number 10 I have the Marvel Legends War Machine that came in the Target exclusive 2-pack with the, I think the Mark 27 from the Avengers, that Disco Iron Man. War Machine is one of my favorite Marvel characters because he's like he's not your regular type superhero like Iron Man or Spider-Man. He's just like out of the blue. He's a veteran who just wants to do good for his country, and I really respect that about his character. And that's why I really love this Mark III. It is probably my favorite War Machine armor besides the first one. I really didn't like the second one because it was kind of too skinny. The first one was okay, but it was kind of too bulky. But this one is kind of like a mix of the two, kind of bulky and kind of skinny at the same time, and that's why I really love this figure so much. So at number 9 I have the Marvel Legends Juggernaut Build-A-Figure series Wolverine figure. The reason why I put this one at number 9, it's because I really love the figure. I love the articulation, the way it scales into other characters such as like Juggernaut and my other X-Men figures like the Cable and things like that. I mean, the butterfly joints really made this figure. The claws were pretty cool. I wish they had like the kind of shiny, more metallic claws for this figure, but I'm still grateful for the claws that we do got. It's a pretty badass sculpt, short, stubby, just like how Wolverine is. They could have had alternate faces, which could have been pretty nice, but nonetheless, this figure is so awesome, and it's one of my favorite in my collection, and my very first Wolverine figure. Alright, so for the number 8 spot, I'm going to have to give it to the Hot Toys Batman v Superman figure. I really enjoy having this figure in my collection. I really love how the suit is like a navy blue color, and I prefer this suit over the Man of Steel suit, but I prefer that head sculpt over this one right over here. I think they could have done a better job with the head sculpt. It still looks like Henry Cavill, but he kind of looks like too aggressive. But other than that, I mean, it comes with a, as you guys can see, the Batman v Superman stand, and with the dynamic stand, so that's a plus. And you can put this guy into a lot of poses due to the way the suit is. You can pose it however you want. You just really can't do the splits. But I really enjoy having this figure in my collection, and that's why it's in this list. So number 7, I'm going to have to give it to the Mafex Batman v Superman Batman figure. This is my favorite Batman v Superman figure from all the other lines from Mattel, the DC, I think the DC Collectibles or DC Films Universe, whatever one, hasn't really came out yet. The Mezco one is a little bit too expensive. I really want to get that one. Hopefully I'll be able to get it in the future to compare it to this one. But by far I am in love with this Batman figure so much. It is one of my favorites in the collection, and I do recommend it for any Batman fan. There's only one problem that I have. It's probably just the arms where you can't spread them out all the way or upwards for like a 90-degree angle, which is really a bummer because Batman is aerodynamic and things like that. So that's probably just the only downside of this figure. Other than that, I really love it, and that's why it's at number 7. Alright guys, so for at number 6, I'm going to have to give it to the Marvel Legends Civil War Spider-Man, the one that we got from the 3-pack that had the battle damage Captain America and Iron Man figure. This is my favorite Spider-Man in my collection. A lot of people hated it because of the way the color of the suit was, but I really enjoyed the figure nonetheless. It's in great scale with the other figures, and like I said, it's one of my favorite Spider-Man figures, or my favorite Spider-Man figure so far, unless like Figure Arts or Hot Toys makes a Tom Holland Spider-Man. So you can pose this guy up however you want. The legs could have been done better, but I love the figure nonetheless. Could have had some interchangeable hands as well, but I still love it no matter what. So at the number 5 spot, I have the Mafex Batman v Superman Armored Batman figure. I really love this one more than the regular Batman suit. This one still has some problems, just like the arms from the regular Batman, where you can't really spread them out all the way. But the paint detail on the figure, the articulation, the cape could have been better too, to be honest, but I still love it. I just love the way this figure looks and the way you can pose it up and things like that. It doesn't really come with that many accessories, but it really, what you're paying for is articulation, paint detail, and sculpt, and this figure has all of those three. Yes, some things could have been done better, but nonetheless, I love this figure so much, and it's the reason why it's on this list. So at the number 4 spot, I'm going to have to give it to the NECA Scar Predator. Like I said before in the review, this is my favorite Predator figure of the whole NECA series. The articulation is so awesome, the detailing. I mean, you're paying $20 for a figure that's articulated, has paint detail, has sculpting, and a whole bunch of other things such as accessories and things like that, and you're just getting a phenomenal figure for 20 to maybe $30. Of course, Nick has some stuff that's more expensive, but it is really worth it, and I absolutely love this figure. Like I said, he is one of my, well, is my favorite Predator. Hopefully I'll be able to get the Hot Toys version of this, but I don't think so because they sell for like maybe $500, but who knows. Hopefully one goes on eBay for cheaper. But yeah, this figure is just phenomenal and I love it. So at number 3, I'm going to have to give it to the Hot Toys Mark 45 Iron Man. When I got this figure, I was so excited. I seen Charmus Prime review of it, and so did I saw also Optibotimus's, and I fell in love with it, and I couldn't just wait to get it. It has, I think it's 4 light up features, I believe, and hopefully I'll be able to get the Mark 46 suit because I like the way that one looks. It's kind of slim, and I think it's a little bit more articulated, but I'm not sure. But that's probably the one I'm gonna get next for Iron Man. But anyways, this figure is so awesome. It has paint work, articulation, sculpting, and it's just a great figure if you're an Iron Man fan. I really suggest this figure because it's so awesome. You get a nice display piece, 2 stands, one regular, one dynamic, and as you guys can see, he's on the dynamic one that I have, and I just love this figure so much. So in the number 2 spot, I have the Batman v Superman Hot Toys Batman Batfleck figure, and I was really happy when I pre-ordered him because as soon as I pre-ordered him the next day, the wait list went up for this guy, and I love this figure so much. It has so much articulation. You would think it's restricted due to all the past Batman figures that we gotten, such as the Arkham City, the all the Dark Knight figures, and the Michael Keaton Batman figures. Those didn't really have that much articulation, but with this guy, the way the suit's tailored, it's phenomenal. I really love how the little ab section crunches, or like really, how do you, what's the word? It really comes together when you stretch them, like it's an actual person stretching. It is really awesome. The muscle definition on the figure is so fantastic. You can tell Batman, you can tell Ben Affleck's in the suit, and it's just a great figure. If you're able to find him for retail, I suggest you pick him up as soon as possible. I'm pretty sure it's gonna be rare, but if you find him, I really do suggest the figure, and I freaking love this thing so much. Every time I look at my collection, he's probably the second one I look at. So let's go ahead and go to the number one figure of 2016. So at number one, we have the Hot Toys movie Deadpool figure, and this one is number one for a reason, because it has everything. It has articulation, paint, sculpting, and the likeness is so freaking cool. You can actually tell that Ryan Reynolds is in the suit, and you get a lot of accessories with this figure, such as interchangeable hands, interchangeable eyes, katanas, two Desert Eagles, and it has a lot. Oh, and a shin knife. This thing is loaded with so much detail. It's just fantastic. I picked up mine at Bedrock City. I traded my Hot Toys Captain America, as I said in the review, to get this guy, and he is so much better than that Captain America figure. I do not regret trading that figure away for this one, because this one it's 100% perfect. And if you're a Deadpool fan, if you're a Marvel fan, I really suggest you go get this figure. They still have it at my Bedrock City. I believe they do, but you may have to call just to make sure. But there's a reason why this one's number one, and it just has everything that I like in a figure, and it's the reason why it's my number one. So here are all of my top 10 figures all posed up for you guys, or just all bunched up together. I just want to wish everyone a happy New Year's to the end of all of this. Anyways, guys, thanks for watching. If you guys like my videos, go ahead and thumbs them up, and also subscribe. And also follow my Instagram account, AJ Watt Reviews, for toy pickups, toy news, and toy hauls, and all that kind of good stuff. Anyways, guys, once again, thank you for watching, and you guys have a great year and a great week.